and welcome, informers. Welcome to our second episode of our series, all based on use cases for all different types of digital assets. So for this series, we are looking at the possible real-world applications of whatever that chosen asset is for the week. So we're not only looking at this from an investor standpoint, but we're very much looking at it from an outsider looking in on these assets for the first time. So without further ado, I'm the Digital Asset Informer, and welcome to the MATIC Network. So to kick it off, today's show, a little background on the MATIC Network is really in order for those of you who do not know about it. It was created to help really support current blockchain ecosystems, and after they noticed these massive holes in their plans with decentralized apps, as they become more and more mainstream and progressing more into these modern era, these different blockchains, they're not prepared for the scale as with the demand of the user. So for instance, Ethereum, it had a lot of issues with CryptoKitties, which is just a game. And, that's one game out of all of the dApps that they have on their network. And they had issues with it. And they were able to, fix those issues. But what MATIC is trying to do is to make that easier on these blockchain ecosystems. So whether it's issues like slow block confirmations or high fees, they're setting out to solve these issues on blockchains one at a time, with their aim, not really to only increase the capabilities and lower the fees, but to make these, more user-friendly, and making that a priority of simplifying the interactions between users and the still, relatively unknown to most of the world, the decentralized world. And, the more that we're able to simplify it and make it user-friendly, the more people are going to be able to use them that typically wouldn't think to use these types of apps. So now, even with the assistance of other blockchains, MATIC really does have some of its own personal functions as well. So the first that I would really like to show you is kind of how their potential for payment options really are. And to do that, we're looking at decentralized apps. And the decentralized apps are really growing day after day. And they're running into a lot of the same problems as the networks when they sit on, for instance, micropayments. And as we've seen more and more games that are being created, whether that be for PC or whether that's a mobile device, micropayments are becoming everywhere. And with integrating the MATIC payment options, linking them to the decentralized apps, you can settle those payments on their on-chain function within subseconds. And that's due to the faster block times and the way that they lower their fees, to make these payments both smoother for the developer and for the user alike. This can also really be used for merchants and users to be able to instantly accept or pay in crypto assets like ERC20 tokens or Ethereum and others. Now, as their networks grow over time, this list is really going to expand and grow. And being able to settle payments on these platforms and being able to do them in a smooth manner is really key to a lot of seeing how new adoption is going to be had. So next up, we do have decentralized exchanges. And, as the MATIC network can be used in conjunction with other networks, it really makes sense that MATIC can help take decentralized exchanges to the next level. And these exchanges, they want to be known for quick throughputs and quick transaction times, instead of having low transaction times and high wait times. And I've seen this even today. I transferred a little bit to a decentralized exchange, and I'm still waiting on it. And it's been about 6 hours now. And I can see it. It shows that it's just unconfirmed. But with these times, I should not have to wait that long to be able to see it. So the MATIC network, it's really built to provide support to these exchanges and enable, reliable, speedy, and trustworthy, crypto trades. And with a throughput of 10,000 TPS on a single sidechain, and the ability to link one sidechain to another sidechain and have that ability of multiple chains being added for horizontal scaling, this really adds up. And it makes the exchanges capable of handling the transactions, that they're expected to be able to process at a quick and reasonable pace, and with the security that, we have to have trust in. So it really is a good thing for these exchanges, and it'll be interesting to see how the MATIC network is able to, work with all of these different exchanges. And these exchanges that I have on the screen right now, they're really just examples of some of the different types of exchanges that there are, not necessarily ones that are currently being affected. But along with the idea of decentralized exchanges as a whole, we're talking about, third-party developers and applications. And the MATIC network, by being made able to adapt to these changes and to different blockchains, it's going to make integrating whatever app rather easy for developers. And MATIC can help with atomic swaps, which is a superior cross-chain capabilities. I mean, atomic swaps are something that's very new coming onto the scene, and being able to do that smoothly is going to be very key, I think, for this network. And I think that it's going to be very good for the ecosystems of the different chains. And with that, we're really talking about high levels of scalability and instant transactions as being the most important next, obviously with very secure. And we're talking, smooth applications on these native chains, like that chain wallet that was just on the screen, different exchanges, and of course, gaming, which is going to lead us to, our last point on this is that decentralized gaming networks. And for anybody who's tried to play a decentralized game, they're really known for being slow, buggy, not very graphic friendly, which, makes them no fun to play, for the most part, at least in my opinion. And MATIC can help increase the efficiencies of these games, whether it's transaction speeds for their microtransactions or just in general the speed of verifying assets. Developers, should be able to, have quick and easy verification processes for any transactions that are taking place in their game. And MATIC network is really bringing that to the table. And not only that, but developers are going to be able to make save states on the side chain, which makes loading them, that's going to be a lot faster and more efficient and very secure. So this has been it for the MATIC network. I really hope that you guys enjoyed our second real world case file for the MATIC network. And once again, this is going to be the start of a new series of shows that we're going to have on the channel. And I really hope that you enjoyed. Please remember to like, subscribe, and please share this video and any other videos on the channel. And I would love it if you'd be able to comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this. But for now, as always, I'm the Digital Asset Informer. Until next time.